In this video, we're going to build this super easy, efficient, expandable, and fully AFK mob XP farm in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Let me just start off by saying this farm does work. A lot of you guys comment the farms don't work, although I wouldn't post it if it doesn't work. There's a couple problems that you guys might be running into. The first one being building in a river biome where mobs cannot spawn. So as you can see here, this is a river biome, or at least it looks like one. You cannot build your farm in a river biome because natural hostile mobs cannot spawn in river biomes. The other thing, if it's not working, reload your game, and here's how I do it. Reload your game, and then go to the pencil icon and make sure you turn peaceful here. And then when you load back in the game, turn your game on to easy, normal, or hard for the best drops, and then you can start having mobs fall. With that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Now ideally you want to build this farm over top of a body of water like this. Again, you can build it over top of land if you want to, but make sure it's not a river biome, otherwise this farm will not work. And whichever method you decide to use though, the first thing you want to do is go down to the bottom and then build up to your surface here. Now you can either use blocks and ladders or scaffolding, whatever you find easier, but either way, what you're going to want to do is go into your settings, scroll down and click show coordinates, and then you're going to want to build up to Y level 195. Now that you're up here at 195, what you want to do is drop all the way down and then hold your ladders while you do it. So I like to go like this and then hold your ladders, and most of the ladders should place all the way down. Now it is more than one stack, so if you can remember when you're doing it, you might have to switch hands to your second stack of ladders. But if you've done it correctly, you can also break these blocks here, and you should now have ladders with blocks going all the way up to Y level 195. Now you can go ahead and climb up to the top so we can get started with the farm. Once you get up here to the top, the first thing you want to do is go 2 blocks to one side and then 2 blocks to the other side. You then want to go 5 blocks out this way and then fill it in so you have a big 5x6 rectangle. For this farm, we're going to be using hopper minecarts to pick up the items. Now, a lot of you are going to be commenting, why don't we just use mud blocks? And the reason is we have to use a 3x3 Trident killer, which means we need carpets. And if you have carpets, those blocks cannot fall through the mud. Only if it is directly exposed to the mud can the items actually go in here. However, with a hopper minecart, it can be picked up through the carpet, which is why we are going with this method. That being said, you either want to break these 2 blocks or these 2 blocks, and then place your 2 chests inside. And then go ahead and break the 9 blocks behind those chests, and then lead your hoppers, making sure that they're all leading into that chest. Then what you want to do is take your hopper minecarts and place 1 on that corner, and then 1 on this corner over here. Then go ahead and glance like this. It might be hard to see, but we can see the rail lights up like that. You just want to go ahead and break it. You might want to go 1 block away, just like that. There we go. And now what you want to do is take these and kind of just push them over the corner of the forge just to speed up the collection process, because this farm can be so efficient that a few hoppers collecting will not be fast enough. Now what you want to do is go up 2 blocks and then make a 9x9 square over top of these hoppers and these hopper minecarts, so it looks like this. I feel like I should have mentioned you don't have to build a Trident killer, it just makes our lives way easier and makes the farm fully AFK. Now the next thing you want to do is make a temporary ring of blocks around these solid blocks that we've placed down here. Of course, this can be any material because we are going to break it later. Now coming around to the front here, what you want to do is place 2 pistons like that, turn and place 2, turn and place 2, and turn and place 2, just like that. You then want to go ahead and take 1 observer and place it like that so it's facing into the piston, and then 1 like that so it is facing away from the piston. And then you want to do that for all 4 of these sides, just like that. Now what you want to do is take 4 solid blocks and place them behind the pistons, and then behind those 2 observers as well. And again, you want to do that for all 4 of the sides. There we go. And then what you want to do, again, for all 4 of the sides is place 3 pieces of redstone right there, and then 1 redstone repeater facing in the direction of this arrow like that. You then want to go ahead and take a lever and place it on any one of these observers, doesn't matter. And then when you flick this on and off again, you should see that it gets pushed in a circle like this. But for now, you do want to turn this off. What you then want to do is take your 3 carpet and place them in a formation just like that. And then go ahead and take your tridents and throw it onto these carpets. Now I'm going to do 3 tridents. You can do 1 if you want, and up to a maximum of 5 tridents to increase the efficiency. But I'm going to do 3 because I think that is a solid number. Once you have this, the next thing you want to do is go 18 blocks into the air. Now you can use solid blocks. I'm actually going to use tinted glass because I think it looks a lot nicer and it will not let the light in, so the mobs will still be able to spawn. So again, use whatever you want. I'm going to use tinted glass, and you want to go up 18 blocks. As well, you do not need to fill in the corners. If you want to double check, looking in the top left, you should be at Y level 216. If you're at 215, 217, just a little bit off, it is not that big of a deal. You should just be around this Y level. Now what you want to do is take your 12 stairs and place them on top of these blocks just like this. What this is going to do is make sure that when the mobs are flowing over, they don't get stuck on this last block. It just makes it easier for them to flow over. Then what you want to do is place one temporary block right there with a fence gate, and then place another temporary block like that with another fence gate right there. Of course, you can also be facing in any direction while you're doing this. You then want to place 3 fence gates on the side there, 3 fence gates on the side there, break the temporary blocks, and then open all of them up, just like this. And this is going to stop the water from flowing in while still allowing the mobs to be pushed in. The next thing you want to do is go 4 blocks out to all 4 of the sides. And then you want to connect the corners and make one big square, of course leaving this 3x3 hole in the middle. So if you want to check now, you should have a 13x13 square, and it should be looking like this. The next thing you want to do is go out 1 block and up 1 block, take that up 4 more, and then make a 4 block high wall around the square. And there you go, it should now be looking like this. Now for this next part, if you want to make an infinite water source, might not be a bad idea because we are going to need 4 buckets of water. Before that though, what you want to do is come to all of the corners and place down 6 blocks in a formation like this. And then of course, once you have all 4 of those corners done, you can go ahead and take 1 bucket of water and place it in all 4 of the corners. And then all of the water should be flowing towards the middle like this. We're now going to get started on the spawning layers for the farm. Really quickly though, if you're enjoying, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As well, you could download this world, it's the first link in the description. Also, if you didn't know, I do have a Java and a Seeds channel going right now. Daily on the Java channel and posting weekly on the Seeds channel, so if you're interested, please make sure to go check those out. Now to get on with the layers, what you want to do is come up to this top corner block here, and then place down 9 blocks just like that. You then want to place 1 trapdoor in the middle to prevent spiders from spawning, and then go ahead and place trapdoors on all of the exposed sides just like this, and then go ahead and open them up. This is going to allow the mobs to walk over the edge because they think it is a full block. Now what you want to do is count 2 blocks away, so 1, 2, and then you want to build another one right here, and you want to continue that until you have 9 of these squares covering your platform. It should now be looking something like this, and now it's time to make a decision. You can either have 1 layer, which will give you okay rates, or you can have up to, I believe it is 11 or 12 layers, I'll check with that later, but you can do really as many layers as you want. I would recommend doing 3 to 4. I'm going to do 4 layers for this farm because I think that is the perfect mix of materials to outcome of loot. But like I mentioned, of course, you can do however many you want. To get started with the second layer though, all you have to do is build up 3 blocks like that, and then copy this exact same structure that we have down here at this level, making sure it is a 2 block jump. Once you've got all of your layers done, as you can see, I have 4 of them here. All of these squares are lining up with each other. They all have trapdoors on the sides, and then they all have that trapdoor in the middle to prevent the mobs or the spider spawning. And they're also 2 blocks tall. So once you have all of those layers done, we are getting very, very close to done this farm, so make sure to stick in there. The next thing you want to do is make a 2 block high wall around this square. And then once you have this wall, the final thing we have to do is make a roof over top. So you want to go up 1 block and over 1 block like that, and then make a roof over top. Be careful when you're doing this now because mobs might be able to spawn and fall down the chamber. Now, once you're done with the roof, to prevent mobs from spawning up here, what you want to do is place 1 torch somewhere in the middle on the side here, and then do that for all 4 of the sides. It doesn't matter if it's perfect, it just has to be somewhere close. And then go ahead and place 1 torch right in the middle there. You also want to come down to your killing chamber down here, and I would also recommend placing some torches here just to make sure no mobs can spawn. And then the final thing is maybe place down a block or 2, something like this, because you have to come down here to collect your loot, but you have to stand up here to AFK and collect your XP. But just like that, your mob XP farm is done. Now, as you're going to see, mobs are not falling. Of course, like I mentioned at the beginning, save and quit, and then turn your game into peaceful here. This is what I find works for me. And then once you do load back in, you can go into easy, normal, or hard mode. Also, I would highly recommend having a looting 3 sword because we all know Trident killers, if you hold out a looting 3 sword, you will get the looting 3 effect applied. I'm now going to go into survival mode for you guys. You can see I have no levels and there's nothing inside of this chest. I'm going to start the Trident killer and then we're going to see how much loot we get in 5 minutes of AFKing at this farm. Just so you guys are aware, it took 15 seconds for the first mobs to start to fall. Okay, so it has been 5 minutes, and as you can see, I got just over 11 levels in just 5 minutes. And coming down here, I was able to get, okay, look at that, a ton of gunpowder, bones, arrows, rotten flesh. This is all from 5 minutes of AFKing at this farm. It is absolutely incredible. If you've enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As well, again, you could download this exact world. It's the first link in the description. As well, if you're interested in Java or Seed videos, you can go ahead and check those out there as well. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.